Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You guys are watching the Elite 16 Screams here at Algambo Esports. Back again with the second match of the day. Now, this is going to be interesting one. And with interesting names, let me introduce you to the teams. It's going to be Ocean White versus Red Nose. Both of them with colors. So let's see how it goes. And as usual, I'm your caster PC and I'm joined by Sarah today. Hello, Sarah. What are we expecting today?
Hello, welcome to Game 2 as introduced by Peachy, and these are very new names into the community. It's going to be Ocean White versus Red Rose. Ocean White, of course, has a few names which are kind of known in the, higher ranked scenes, but let's just say, oh no, sorry, it's Red Rose actually. And Red Rose have got Oh wait, okay. It's Ocean Wide after all. Ocean Wide, it's got Yafets, they've got Surma, and they are pretty well known players. And we'll see how it works out for them. Red Rose, meanwhile, they've started on with the bans, and it's going to be a Sora first ban. So maybe we see the Jushin man, the Grok, and then the God of Kacha or Kalia or Hilda ban coming in from the red side. And yeah, it's gonna be a Jushin after all. Yep, it is, a little bit of technical glitches that happen, but covering up for that, we have got Red Rose here waiting out for their second ban here. They could just take out the Garut Kacha, they could take out something onto the mid lane, maybe the Eve or the Farsa, and that would kind of enable them to pick up the Yisun first pick, which is a very good flex pick coming in for the jungle as well as gold lane. Speechy for back, take it over.
And back again with these kind of bands that is really looking good. I feel like onto the last game, Sura being open, I think the teams are taking quite an inspiration of banning up the Sora, so that's gonna be looking quite good. But other than that, the Fredrin as expected, the Leo mod, Freya. I feel like today we are not gonna see any Freya being open.
Yep, no Freya's after all. She has been a beast on towards the goal lane, just slashing away onto the back line. And the major advantage she has is her ultimate. But let's just say it's a bit difficult for them after all to play against the Freya, so they're going to take it away and neither pick it themselves. Not so much of a comfort. Let's not give it to the enemy. Let's just ban it away. And while we were talking about that, we see the Leomord and Fredrin getting taken out too. That's going to be instant Hilda, Roam, Lock-in from Red Rose, while Ocean White loves their CC. They're going to take it up. They can still flex. Oh no, that's not going to be a flex. I mean, it could still be a flex, but YS's goal along with CCEXP is a bit of a squishy draft. So let's see how they play around those two heroes.
Let's see now again. I feel like this CC would be going towards the goal lane. They trying to come up with a fighter goal lane, but other than that, Red Rose also not backing down, picks up such good heroes such as the Yuzhong and the Eve. Now I do have to give credits for Hilda as well. Now Hilda on the roam, I feel like it's just quite early on. Like you don't know what kind of a draft that the team Ocean White could go for, and you picking up a Hilda is it's just like 50-50 for me.
That's what the Ascension and the Kalia combo is again very good that they have been locking in on the Manu Shankar and the Tsunami Slam. It goes so perfectly together. The Red Rose have got a decent form too. They can use the RWM to lock the members down while Yuzhong dives in towards the backline and Hilda just tries to, poke away and then burst away with the ult once they get caught into the RWM. But along with the RWM, they need something to complement that. Quite possibly, they could choose maybe a Baxia into the jungle, maybe a Guinevere into the jungle. If it or best comes to best, they could try the Leomord, but that's banned out. So I guess they're left with a few options here. Maybe the Suyo, that's a decent choice.
That's definitely another good one that they could go ahead for. But let's wait and watch on how which heroes that they are comfortable as well. So other than that, as you mentioned, Sarah, the Bakshia, I feel like the Bakshia pick could work out so well. So let's wait if they go for that. Once again, as expected, the Farsa coming into the play. I feel like we are gonna see a lot of Farsas today. Is gonna have like she already has a second streak today with the first game already coming up with the Farsa, second game as well. But I have to say the same about the Hayabusa though. That is definitely interesting coming in from Red Rose and to actually get a good front laner. What are Ocean White going against? That too against the usual.
Absolutely. So they have the Farsa along with the Kaylee. I love Ocean White's draft. It is so, familiar to me in a way. But Red Rose, of course, Hayabusa, and the Lapu Lapu. Very good picks against the Yasunchin we saw in the previous game. Hayabusa working out against the Yasunchin, except for the fact that the late game was a complete throw. But other than that, I feel like Red Rose have got a decent draft too, but okay, that is going to be a game changer. Three heroes to shield you, and then nobody to melt you down except for a very late game lead. Ocean White absolutely played with Red Rose's mind here.
Okay, I mean, putting that hero for the last, that was just such a good decision. Now, on top of that, it's gonna be Esme versus the Lapu Lapu, CC versus the usual. Mid lanes, both the sides is strong. Every single lane, it's just such good heroes. Now, the only part that they have to play is the execution. Both of the teams, they'll have to try and see how to get each other as quickly as possible and in a way that you are not losing a lot as well. So, curious to know what will happen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, into the ladder down.
Welcome, game two for day one, and we will be seeing some fun games here. Definitely, the textbook wise draft is better for motion wide, but let's see what Comfort does. Red Rose, they do look decent, but the Yuzhong seems to be facing a bit of network issues, so the Esme will have a bit of free farming, at least for the first minute, which is not very good and a major disadvantage, even, I would say. But let's see how they manage to come back from that. But other than that, early poke coming in, Revitalize will be used up already by the Hilda. So that is something they need to watch out for.
Let's see. Let's see. Now, Wine also has to make sure that he is getting the max amount of, you know, damage as well as the farm into his hands or into the middle lane. A bit of a stun coming in for this Hilda. They are just trying to make sure to get this Hilda very far away from YSS.
Exactly. So there was a try to get it engaged, but they're gonna do it late. And I like the strategy Ocean Wide is going in for. They're getting out the impression that they are not taking their buffs and instead they're stealing away Hayabusa's jungle and will go to their own red a bit late. Which, I mean, it does kind of hinder the fact that the Ascension will be reaching the level 4 slightly later, but it kind of works out in the long run because they just want to match it up, the level 4 timing with the turtle timing, which is a very decent recent strategy that has been brought up by the players.
That's true. So let's wait and watch how these members will be trying to navigate towards the first turtle of this match. Now, the first turtle will be quite important for the YSS, but at the same time, Red Rose will be trying to come up with an advantage that they have. The Hayabusa was just getting attacked, might be the first blood, and yes, that's Surma Whitey coming up with a double kill. Now, there you go. It's gonna be an easy turtle for Ocean Wide.
Very easy turtle indeed. That's the early game we were talking about. Farsa being the one to secure those two kills means she's just going to get the lightning trunk and going on much faster than expected. And she would be, just dominating the entire map. Yasunshin already from the early game onwards dealing much more damage, gets the double, and now the Hayabusa doesn't have any kind of dash, and he will be able to get the triple as well. A major, major early game lead for Ocean White here.
Let's see. Let's see. Now these members are moving and quite fast. Are coming in from the side of Team Ocean Wide. Look at them. 5 kills already. They're just like trying to make sure that they have that absolute dominance that they are looking for. On top of that, going for invades that early on also says that they are quite prepared to make sure this Hayabusa doesn't get any farm. There you go, A3 will be taken down. But at the same moment, usual, is this a right call given the fact that you don't have enough items on your hands, but you can come up with a bit of help of your passive? But now, looks like Farsa will be just making sure that you will be out of the way.
Definitely enough, just zoning away every single person you possibly can while your team tries to take down the objectives. This is not a good early game for the side of Red Rose, definitely, and they needed all the early they could find because Ocean Wide have enough late game. They've got a YSS, they've got a Farsa, they've got a CC. So technically speaking, there we go. The Hayabusa definitely will get the quad shadow kill. That was an easy one, but overextension I would say from the side of Ocean Wide, and even the Esmeralda could be taken. But that's a smart flicker coming in from her, and she will be able to just run out from that situation. But no, she gets
Okay.
a kill.
Oh, usual. Though I feel like he just overstayed a bit. There you go onto the top lane as well. The members are just wiping out the gold shield as quickly as possible. Now I feel like onto the bottom lane as well. That bit of a delay from the Yuzhong just gave out so much, resources into the hands of Esmeralda, so that's gonna be a bit of a pause for that. But look at that, they'll have to make sure to get this turtle as well.
Exactly. So again, it should be a pretty free turtle for the side of Ocean Wide. Esmeralda and Kalia will be zoning people away, and the CC is there as well. So a good 5v5 would be coming in. And look at the damage coming in onto the Yee. She will get taken down. And again, there we go. That's gonna be Hilda going in for an engage. But the CC zoning away a Lapu Lapu all by herself. Now that is something new we don't get to see every day, but we get to see it now. And the damage on the Yi Sun absolutely wild as he bursts down that Lapu along with CC's health just under the tier 1.
Crazy much coming up from these teams. Look at them completely shutting down Hayabusa's farm, making sure Hilda doesn't have the space to just run as well. So this is definitely crazy coming in from the Ocean Wide. Look at them, unstoppable, picked up by Surma. They are not stopping, and on top of that, Wine is pretty much farmed. He got that snowball that he's looking for as a YSS. He got it, and there you go into the bottom lane. One more kill will be made. Kalea comes up with the Tsunami Slam, picks up one. That's going to be the Hayabusa onto the chopping block. Next, Ace looking quite in the danger zone as well. I believe he should be just going back to the other lane just to farm up.
Exactly. So, Red Rose and Ocean Wide. What is going to be the outcome? And right now, I can say it's a 95% win chance for Team Ocean Wide, and that is also mainly because of the reason that we have been seeing so far. This Mountain Shocker and then the Kalia trying to go in every single time. Mountain Shocker will get missed this time. A good map awareness coming in from the Assumption, but they won't commit to it fully, and instead they're just going to wait it out for the. I mean, they don't even need to wait out for the Lord because it's just 6 minutes and 45 seconds. They could take it away, and the Lord would still be up by the 8 minute and 40-second mark. For now, it's looking pretty good for them. Even the goal lead is 9,000 in their favor. 9 point, nearly 9.2k, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. What can Red Rose do here? They don't have any kind of late game to take down this Yusunchin, Farsa, and CC.
Oh, they love to, capitalize on the mistakes that Ocean White would be making, but Ocean White really not showing any signs of it. Look at that, Tsunami Slap coming up for this Hayabusa once again, will be taken down. They're trying to go in for death this time around, looking quite low. I don't think the Hilda should just make that call anymore, given the fact that there is Yuzhong trying to fight it out, but that is not their area as of now.
Exactly. So 2 members down. Kalia gets a Tsunami Slam all over again. Wine finishes Ace of mid-air. That's the lead they have. And right now, and it's just getting higher and higher, 19 to 1. Is this a 10-minute end game which we will be able to see, or will it go after the 10-minute game is going to be the question? Because I find things very difficult here for the side of Red Rose if they want to try and come back.
That's true. It's gonna be a bit iffy from both the sides. Look at them; they're losing turrets one by one. They'll have to make sure that these members are on a same plane as well. They try to give Hayabusa the space, but the Hayabusa gets constantly getting targeted. It's just not it. 1 for 19 is the score as of now. But there you go, bottom lane, three members against one. Lapu Lapu. Oh my God, that was crazy coming in as of now. They are lacking those items, they are lacking the gold, and yet they are, accepting the invitation of Ocean White for a fight.
So it's an invitation, all right. But in a 4v5 situation with so less farm, you don't want to go ahead for a fight. All the tower shields have been bursted off, and then there we go. Another tsunami slam. RWM comes in too, but even Hilda will get bursted right away. Yuzhong will be in midair trying to defend that mid inhibitor because they know how important it is. But Ocean White, smartly enough, they back off to take that lord, which is going to be spawning in another 1 second. And now look at the goal difference. It's at a whopping 14,000. I think that's the highest we have ever seen in any tournament so far.
That's true. Look at them. They are not, giving a bit of a gap as well for the other side to capitalize it. So this is going to be crazy. I would be surprised though if they are able to end this game with just one lot, because compared to the first game, I think this is definitely going very quickly.
Exactly so, and that's gonna be an instant burst on the Lord. Another tsunami slam, and again that's gonna be a kill out of the Yuzhong. I told you these players are very good rankers, and I think eventually the rank experience is paying off. And Lapu Lapu tries to get a stun onto the Barca, but instant reflex hit. She's gonna be backing up. Kelia definitely healing her team as much as she possibly can. Yasunchen went in a little too deep for her comfort. Esmeralda and C still compensated for it by taking down the Hayabusa. Three members are down. Surma will finish off the last one. Another tsunami slam to drag Ace out of that tower, but the turret damage is enough to finish him off. Yurong trying to hold it out solo. The Lord is hitting the base, bro. You gotta come defend your base. Hello, you get shut down, but it's gonna be enough is the question. It's not. Team Ocean by takeaway a very dominating under 12-minute win for themselves.
Crazy match with one lord, and they just said that is just enough for them to end this match. No space whatsoever for the Hayabusa, for the Hilda, even for the Eve to make a play. Despite picking such good picks, they have completely made sure the full stop will be just the answer for the Red Rose. Look at them. The Suns were coming up perfectly, and on top of that, that area, how much the Parsa covered was just, cherry on top for Ocean White.
Absolutely. These early engages, the pressure and the momentum being created right from before the first hurdle is what, like that first early game burst coming in from the Farsa, the double kill, and then the Yasunchen getting the triple. Of course, the Killia gets the, MVP. She deserves it so much. Her engages were on point. The fleeting time just allowed her to get those ultimates right on point, like every 12, 15, max 20 seconds, right from the early game itself. And even the far side, the Yasunshin did a wonderful job of zoning people away. And the Yasunshin was just extraordinary while taking down the objective. He wasn't being like, no way he could zone him away. Even the Hilda and Yuzhong couldn't. So that made all the difference that could be possible. I feel bad for Lapu Lapu though. Poor thing dealt only 7,000 damage, but hey, that's gonna be it for game number 2. We